Welcome to Lunch Break Live. I'm so excited. Maddie from Jewish Vegan Life is here to show us these delicious. What are those? Those look amazing. Tell us what you're making today.
They are oven grilled kebabs. I'm really excited to share them with you today. And I'm gonna share with you the recipe, how to make them. Yeah, and show you all the ingredients, everything. So can we jump right in?
Yeah, jump in. Take it away.
So what I really like about this recipe is that, I'm going to use specific ingredients today, but you can like mix it up. If you like specific vegetables, you can pick different vegetables. If you like specific proteins, you can pick different proteins, make it your own. It's totally up to you, like what you want to put on these kebabs. These are just kind of like my favorite things to put on it. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'll start with the veggies that I'm using. So I have just like white button mushrooms, red onion here, cherry tomatoes, and I like to get the cherry tomatoes that are like all different colors rather than just the red ones. I also have green and red bell pepper. And yeah, so that's the veggies that I'm using. And then I also have two different kinds of like protein that you can use. So the first is this tofu that I chopped up, and then I basically like put it in cornstarch and then dipped it in a mix of 1-to-1 ratio of olive oil and soy sauce, and then added a little hot sauce in there for like a little spice. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I just like things spicy. And then put it back in the cornstarch again, and when you like bake it or oven grill it, it gets really crispy. And then the other thing that I have today is these curry nuggets. I'll show you the packaging. This is actually pre-made, so to make it even easier, if you don't want to like marinate some tofu or prepare tempeh or whatever you want to put into it, you could just get something pre-made like Hodo curry nuggets. Yeah, so it can be like a super easy recipe. The other thing that's really nice about this is that in some recipes you got to chop things up really fine. Go really out of your way to chop things in a certain way. This is just really like simple chopping. You chop it roughly and you can just stick it right on the stick. So that's really nice about it too. Some of the other veggies you could use that I'm not using here, but you could use are like eggplant, zucchini, anything that you can kind of like chop into like big pieces and then put on a stick. Yeah.
Love it. I have to tell you, this is the first time in my 4 years doing Lunch Break Live that anybody has ever made grilled kebabs. I don't know what. I'm so excited because I haven't even made these since I've been vegan. So bring it on. Let's go. Summer's coming. Woo!
Yeah, I know. I feel like I got inspired to make this recipe because I live in an apartment, and I was like, last summer, I was like, it's summer. And it's stuck inside, but I can't I want to feel like it's summer. And so I was like, how do I make it summer? Let's make some kebabs and just stick them in the oven and do it. And it really made it feel like it was summer. So if you're, you don't have access to a grill or you live in an apartment, this is a great way to make it feel like it's summer. So yeah. So the next thing is just you get your sticks. I'm using like wooden skewers. But you can use like metal ones, or I actually have some like bamboo ones that I got at the grocery store. Just my Giant was carrying them. So, regular grocery stores are carrying these kinds of things. And then you can put them in any kind of pattern you want. I try to keep it in like a specific pattern just because if you like go off the rails, then you might end up with a stick at the end that has like all pepper on it or something. Yeah, so that's my recommendation, to kind of stick to a pattern. But if you want to a stick at the end that has all pepper on it, go for it. That's up to you.
And Tom, who's our regular, says you could put pineapple on it. Tom, exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would be really good, I think. The other thing is, what was I going to say?
And mango would be good too, by the way, huh, Maddie?
Yeah, like add that like sweet to it if you're into that. That would be great. I have a recommendation too for when you put these button mushrooms on there. You really want to make sure that you like twist them on, like do a little twisting motion.
Okay.
Otherwise they'll like split right down the middle. I ruined so many mushrooms.
Oh, such a good call.
Yeah. You got to kind of, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, twist the night away on those. Go for it.
Yes, definitely. You have to kind of make sure that the mushroom is like prepared to slide through. Otherwise, it'll just break.
Yeah, we don't want breakage. This is so exciting, everybody. Maddie, who is the co-founder of Jewish Vegan Life, along with Markella, who is her partner. I can't wait to hear about this, how you got inspired, how you became vegan, and your story, basically, what you're up to over there with the Jewish Vegan Life, all the things that you're doing, all the offerings that you have on social media and beyond. So take it away while you're cooking, cook and talk at the same time. It's rich, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what inspired you to create Jewish Vegan Life.
Yeah. So what inspired us to create Jewish Vegan Life? I think both Raquel and I, came to have different stories about being vegan, being Jewish. For myself, I kind of grew up in the South in North Carolina. I moved I live in DC now, but I didn't move there until after finishing undergrad. And in the South, I faced a little bit of anti-Semitism in the community that I was in. There weren't a lot of other Jewish people there. And, I kind of rediscovered Judaism in college. And, through rediscovering Judaism, through meeting a lot of other Jewish people, I realized that we all have kind of this different path to Judaism. Everyone is different. And at the same time that I was kind of rediscovering my Judaism, I was also becoming vegan. So I originally went vegan when I was 14. I read a book and I went wild for it. I was like, I gotta be vegan right now. I learned all about animal rights. My parents were not wild about it, to say the least. They did not understand it very much and thought it was just a phase. So I couldn't really cook for myself at the time. So I compromised and went vegetarian until I went to college. My Judaism and my veganism, because I was kind of rediscovering both at the same time, have always been very much intertwined. And those values have been linked and all that kind of stuff. So when I thought about, what I want to do and kind of some of the struggles that came with, as I was becoming vegan and rediscovering my Judaism, and the community that I was in wasn't always like, the Jewish community I was in wasn't always supportive of like having options for Passover that were vegan, or knowing other Jewish vegans who were going through the same thing. And I think Raquel felt the same way, but coming from a different background, different story. And so we wanted to create that community where folks could find the support of like, I'm, Jewish and vegan, but no one else in my synagogue is, or no one else in my, maybe everyone's Jewish in my synagogue, but no one's vegan. Maybe I'm part of a vegan community, but no one's Jewish there. So how to really connect those things. And I think that's really what inspired us to start Jewish Vegan Life.
I love it. I love it. This is amazing. What's incredible is that we are such a large community now. We're just growing and growing, the vegan community. And I love how you're connecting people through your creation, what you created there. It's beautiful. And I'm sure people from around the world really appreciate it. Now you'd also talk to me. We were talking a little bit earlier about a recipe that you got to contribute to the Food Empowerment Project. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Oh, wait, before you do that, can you just show us that kebab? Look at the colors, everybody. Oh, right. Oh, wait, a little higher. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, stop for a second. Let's just take this in, everybody. Now, somebody said, what about the tofu? Do you use really firm tofu, or you already grill the tofu beforehand?
Yeah, that's a good question. I use extra firm tofu and I press it before. So definitely want to press it to get all that liquid out, so that it like soaks in all the flavor of whatever you're going to put on it.
Awesome. Look at this, everybody. Right? Everybody getting excited to get your grill going. Now, okay, I can't wait. I always get ahead of people, so I got to take my time. Just wait patiently. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, good point, Tom. He says Brussels sprouts would work nicely too.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
pretty much anything, maybe not artichoke leaves, but maybe the artichoke hearts.
Yeah. The one thing I love about like sharing my recipes is that, I put something out there, I have an idea about it, and then folks just share all their different ideas about what they think would be good on it, and I just get so many more ideas from it, and it's great. That's one of the things that I love about being part of the vegan community and the Jewish vegan community is that, I create something and then someone shares like the art. I never would have thought Brussels sprouts. Like I just wouldn't have thought it because this is how I grew up eating kebabs in my family. And then someone says Brussels sprouts, and I'm like, yeah, that would be delicious on a kebab. Why didn't I think of that?
You know what I just thought of? Sweet potato. Ooh.
Yeah. Pretty much anything would be good, probably, but there's so many things that I'm just like, why wouldn't I think of that?
Right? So I'm inviting everyone who is watching. We've got Paula and Tina, Tom, Christy. I see you all out there. I invite you all to write Mary Kathleen, I invite you to write a challenge. Just go for it. If we have not named it yet, write another veggie or fruit that you think would make a great item on a skewer. Okay, Maddie, tell us about your recipe and the Food Empowerment Project.
Yeah. So I was invited to contribute let me show the book. I was invited to contribute a recipe to a book called Plant-Based Planet. And it is a book of recipes from all around the world, vegan recipes and food stories from all around the world. And there's 150 contributors from over 100 different countries around the world, which is kind of amazing if you think about it. Like I don't know if I can think of another cookbook that has done something like this, especially like it's all vegan recipes. And the curators are Sarita Puri and the Vegan Food Fiend. You can find them on Instagram. They invited me to contribute a recipe. The recipe that I contributed, I can show you the picture of it. I can find it, sorry. It's vegan coconut caramel macaroons. Having trouble finding the rest. Oh, here it is.
I just realized they're going into their 14th year. Oh, those look good. We'll bring them a little bit closer. Oh, macaroons, everybody. Caramel. What is it? Coconut caramel macaroons. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I want to get the ebook just so I can have that recipe. Those look good.
Now, the thing is, if you buy the ebook, all of the profits are donated to the Food Empowerment Project. And there was a limited run on the actual books themselves, so there's no more books, physical copies available. But the ebook you can still get forever, or as long as they host the website, I guess. And the Food Empowerment Project is a great organization. They're doing a lot to raise awareness of issues of like food and how it impacts different communities. One thing that I think is I have like the app on my phone for, finding chocolate that is not harmful to like people, the planet, finding vegan chocolate that's not harmful to people on the planet. So, they're doing a lot of different initiatives that are, really, really important, and supporting that work is, I think, something that everyone should be a part of.
Absolutely. The Food Empowerment Project. And guess what? They are in their 14th year of bringing about food security. At least that's the goal and the mission. One of the mission goals is to bring food security to communities that are basically that food's not available to them. So it's nutrition and availability to communities that do not have food availability, especially plant-based. Well, they're all about plant-based. So, and vegan food. So, Tom brings in, hello, drum roll, Beyond Meat sausage would go nicely on the kebabs. Yes, sirree, absolutely. And Carol says, wow, that's great. I encourage everybody to head over to the Food Empowerment Project. You can also sign up for a monthly donation, a one-time or a monthly. They're celebrating their 14th year. So really great things happening over there. All right. She is just lining those up now. That's the green pepper. Yep. Okay. Yes. So where can people find the Jewish Vegan Life? Tell everybody where they can find you guys.
Yeah, so you can find us in a few different places. One place is on Facebook. You can find us at, just search Jewish Vegan Life and we'll come up. And that's a really great place to join our community, tell us your thoughts, ask questions. We have we have like weekly posts that we do. So on Friday we do like, how are you celebrating Shabbat on Friday? We do this or that. I think it's this or that Tuesday or Team Tuesday. So like we'll do, I think this week we did, the idea is that you're like choosing which team you're on. So like soy milk or almond milk, something like that. So it's kind of like a fun place to be a part of community, especially since they're, like I was mentioning before, a lot of times you feel a little bit lonely as a Jewish vegan in either a vegan community or a Jewish community. So that's definitely one place you can find us. Another place is on Instagram. So we're at Jewish Vegan Life on Instagram. And you can find out all about the different things that we're doing there. We make a lot of announcements about, different ebooks that we're doing, different events, as well as just posting. I posted a bagel with lox and cream cheese last week and things like that. So different recipes, all that kind of stuff on our Instagram. Also in the Facebook group, we're posting different recipes as well, like from the community. So that's a good place to find Jewish recipes. And then the last place would be our YouTube. So every second Sunday of the month, I think that's the correct way to say it, like the second Sunday. So not every other Sunday, but just the second Sunday. We host a live kind of talk variety show where we talk about anything vegan, Jewish vegan, hot topics. We talk about the Jewish holidays. We have guests on from the community. So last week we had, if you're from the DMV, you'll probably know Supergirl, which is a great restaurant that uses fresh community, like local grown vegetables to make soups and sandwiches or soups and like salads and things like that. We had her, the person who runs that business, on to talk about her like Jewish vegan journey, being on Shark Tank, all that kind of stuff. So we do host that show on YouTube, so you can find us there. That's where you can find us.
Amazing. Okay, we are going to get back to the kebabs now and share some of these great ideas people have. Let me refresh here. We pulled a refresh. We got Brussels sprouts. We have a reminder to do drain and freeze the tofu is an idea. Freeze the tofu and then drain it. Makes it more porous. Heirloom tomatoes. Okay. Hearts of palm. Yes. Oh my gosh. For sure. Meatless meatballs. Oh my gosh. So creative. Look at this. And then Tom with the habaneros. He's saying those would fit right in there. I was thinking the banana peppers. That's a little more my style. I'm not really one for the hot and spicy. I like it mild spicy. Oh my gosh. So exciting. Okay. Now, do you have them ready to show? Because we're going to be wrapping up in a moment here, because you're probably going to be putting those into the oven. And I think you said you had some already made. Let's see.
Yeah. So I can show you the ones that I've been working on real quick.
Yeah.
This is what they look like before they're ready to go in the oven.
Do you put any sauce or anything on them? What do you do with that?
Yes, so I do have here just a little bit of olive oil, and I use a brush to like lightly brush just the veggies really, and then I put a little salt and pepper on it. But you can, like I said, I think you should be creative with everything you do, pretty much. So if you want to put a little smoked paprika on it, I think that would be good too. You want to put a little cayenne pepper if you really want to go for the spice, just sprinkle that right on top. I think that'd be great. Spice it up in your own way. And I do pretty good.
I gotta say one more thing. Paula is pulling up with the Gardein chicken strips. Paula for the win. And then don't forget about those. What are they? Nodo? I always forget. NoHo.
Oh, Nodo. Yes.
Nodo. There you go. So you don't forget ho, do, yo. There it is. All right. Yes, she cooks them in the oven. It's like a summer party in her kitchen, Tom.
Yep.
So no matter what the weather is, you can put on the Beach Boys, play the music and beach balls out. You can get the full vibe of summer, no matter if it's cold in Maryland. You mentioned DWV. Do you guys know what that stands for, everybody out there? Because some people think they're going to drive up to renew their license and be able to get some of these shish kebabis. So tell everybody where that is.
Say, what did you say? Sorry, once more.
You said the DMV. What is that?
Oh, the DMV. Yes, it actually means DC, Maryland, Virginia.
I thought it was Delaware. No, it's DC, Maryland, Virginia, y'all. Okay, here we go.
No, you don't need to drive to your DMV, your local DMV. Yeah, so like I said, be creative with it. One other thing I want to say, a lot of folks have been saying like meatless meatballs. I think that's awesome. Think outside the box. I just did a pickled mac and cheese last week for my mac and cheese Wednesday, and that was great. So think totally outside the box. Maybe you put some pickles on here. I don't know. It could be good. You never know. So try your most outlandish ideas. I'm always for like trying creative new things in the kitchen. That's just kind of like my style. So just go for it. If you think something might be good, try it. The worst that happens is you pick them off and you don't like it.
Oh my God. Has this been so much fun, everybody, or what? Love it. Look at these, everybody. So delicious. Yay! I want to eat those right now. They look so good. Who's making grilled? Who's going to be making these? Come on, write it in the chat. You know you are. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today on Lunch Break Live. Tom, you are endless. Little corn kebabs. Maddie, little corn kebabs. You could do those. Okay. We've got to stop here. But guess what, everybody? We just got you started on what kind of fruits and vegetables you can put on your kebabs. Maddie, thank you so much. Jewish Vegan Life. Can we look at the kebabs one more time? The kebabs one more time as we're leaving. We're gonna, yes, please bring her back. She's so much fun. We will absolutely. We'll invite her back. She's a busy lady, but you can also head over to Jewish Vegan Life and find out all of her other incredible, fabulous offerings out there. And yes, Carol, for sure, so many ideas, more segments with, Maddie and Paula wanted to contribute beets. There we go. Thanks for watching here on Lunch Break Live, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.